Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Connor. I'm here with my father,
Kevin,
and have a special guest today, Baby No Money.
Hi guys,
Thank
how you guys doing?
I'm starstruck because it's like I've always wanted to be a musician my whole life, and never really met anybody who's actually toured and done that thing, right? In terms of like having them in the house, so
Especially a local person.
Local, yeah, Vancouver based, and we're Vancouver born and raised, right? Not too far from here, so it's pretty cool to have you. And
it's great. I mean, it's sick to be from Vancouver because there are artists and there are historically there was a bunch of rappers from the Swollen Members. They were huge.
That's right,
huge here, and I feel like I'm kind of like a little new wave in Vancouver, and there's a bunch of new upcoming artists. It's
funny. I've actually I've seen you live, but it's probably at the weirdest place. I don't know if you remember the 333.
Holy wow.
Yeah, you ever performing 333?
Was that like when I popped up with Baines, or was that like my own performance?
That was your own performance.
Dude, that was ages ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Because I've been into the Vancouver rap scene for a long time, like not rapping myself, but following it.
Okay, you gotta give me background. Where was this?
Well, it's on Clark Drive, I think.
It's like Clark. Where like what's that like really cheap Bilo? No, not Bilo. The
No Frills.
No Frills. Yeah, it's like if No Frills is here, it's like a little bit down, and then Clark over. But like they closed down 333 itself because I think the government, or not the government.
It was kind of sketchy.
Yeah, it was sketchy, and it wasn't like legal. But like it was, it's like an institution for local music. And for kids. But unfortunately, they closed it down. I think it was a municipality that was closing it down.
Yeah, I mean, they did serve alcohol there, which is kind of
I mean, God bless, dude. Like,
yeah,
it's unfortunate because I think that the Vancouver scene can thrive, but the city needs to allow it to thrive.
Yeah,
and I feel like the city does not allow it to thrive.
No, they kind of shut it down. Yeah. But no, I miss the 333. I don't think at my age I'd go back there now, but it was cool when I was
definitely a little old.
Yeah.
But I remember every time I would come back from touring, I'd be like, shit, like 333 show, like I'm gonna pull up and see what's up. And it's so nice to see people like just showing up and like paying respect to like local music without knowing it. It
was the spot, man. I loved it there.
I saw you. I have to tell you, my only time I saw you, and I've been perusing everything, but was the ending of the Juno Awards where you went. And I wanted to ask you about, like, you shook Mendez's hand. And
dude, I Mendez is cool, but I shook the Minister of Culture. Of Canadian culture. I shook his hand after I said, yo, I lost my virginity. I dapped him up. And so like Shawn Mendes, cool, beautiful guy. Honestly, would immediately make out with him. He's so dude, his hand was so soft. I was like, holy shit.
That was my question.
Yeah, his hand was so soft. And but the Minister of fucking Culture, I didn't even know who I was dapping up. I was like, this guy's got like a lot of gray hair. This guy looks dope. I'm just gonna dap him up. Yeah. And my director was like, yo, you said you lost your virginity, and immediately shook hands with the Minister of Canadian Culture.
He's the guy who looks after factor grants and everything?
I guess so. Yeah. I don't really know his
money.
Whole service and role in Canadian culture, but he's the Minister of Canadian Culture.
Fantastic, man.
Yeah, no,
that was great, and I loved your suit. I thought that was like,
the suit was sick.
Yeah, who made that, and how did they come up with that?
So, I guess like mid-April, early April, I got a DM, and this girl I went to high school with, and she's like, hey, like I went to high school with you. We never spoke, but I'm a designer. Like I studied fashion in Milan and worked for Chanel. And I was like, oh shit, okay, cool. She's like, I want to make you a free outfit. And I was like, okay. And then I sent her this idea, like, Modrain, like it's like red, yellow, and blue. Yeah. And it's just like on a painting pretty much. And it's like, those are my the primary colors are like my favorite colors. Yeah. And I was like, just make like a block outfit like this. And she killed it in like 2 days. And I was like, okay, you snapped. And then I was like, I have like a Juno's outfit. Like I'll pay you a bunch of money if you want to come up with this. Like I have this idea. Mm-hmm. And she killed it. And hi Jules, incredibly talented, and she makes like pretty much most of my outfits right now.
Oh really?
Oh, that's sick. Shout out.
If it's like if it's like full piece outfits. Yeah. So it's sick. I never really like have had a designer, but it's like now I don't need to go out of my way to go like
Don't have to
find
stress
really
about it,
cool
yeah.
clothing, and it's all fitted too, so it like
Yeah.
fits me well. So I don't need to, if I have a big meal, I don't need to unbutton type thing, and it's great. Like it's super sick.
But you know what? I can tell right now just from you here, you're very humble, which is one of those things. It's, you know what I mean? It's great that
Dude, I'm a nobody in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Like 5 or 6 years, I'm gonna be able to do whatever the fuck I want for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
God bless. But I am like a no one. No one knows me, and it's weird because this day and age, like, like social media and everything. Like if it wasn't for social media, there's no way I'd be able to be a musician. There's no way I even thought about it. Like without seeing Young Lean and Puya, like Buffet Boys, like Miami Crew and stuff. Like if I wasn't able to see that on the internet, I wouldn't even considered becoming a musician.
Really?
To be honest.
I just want to shout out, man. Young Lean was so ahead of his time.
So unbelievably ahead of his time.
Yeah.
I went back and watched one of his videos from 2012, not too
Like
long
Kyoto,
ago.
dude.
Yeah, like fucking
Like 2012, he made that shit. Like what?
absolutely insane. Yeah, no, and we haven't done Young Lean on the show yet,
No.
but I think it's his 2020 record, Stars, because he's been putting out records continuously, and to me, he's still pushing the envelope. He's still doing really cool
Young
shit.
Lean's local, yes or
No, he's
no.
Swedish.
Yeah.
Oh, Swedish. Okay.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
we'll definitely do some Young Lean on the channel. But yeah, I gotta say that because I feel like not enough people recognize that he was a fucking pioneer to all this shit.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, it's super fascinating that he popularized like a fashion, like a genre of fashion, like a line of fashion. He popularized like a line of music, like. Dude, yeah, like Red Bottom Sky is like one of my favorite songs. Of all time. Like, it's unbelievable.
Oh, I got to hear these now. Yeah. We got to pull them up.
He's really, really sick. He's been through a ton, and I have yet to meet him, but my utmost respect for Young Lean. It's like he's a legend.
Yeah, you know what? It's through this whole process since like last June we started, right?
Yeah,
I'm catching up. I'm starting to hear, and I've learned so many artists, right? Nas, and I mean, I'm still waiting for Jay Dilla because I read up about Jay Dilla the other night. I was up in the middle of the night, and I know he passed early, and he was the king of like. I'm a drummer, so he was a king of making beats and shit like that. And I heard he was just a legend on the.
Yeah, over the last year, I mean, you've gone from what rappers did you know?
I really, you know what? Honestly,
Vanilla Ice.
Well, no, fucking totally disses me on camera.
No, I don't know.
Shit
Like,
on.
you knew some Tupac and stuff. You knew a couple Tupac.
Yeah,
tracks
I knew.
probably some Eminem.
Picture Me Rolling, right?
Yeah.
I knew some Eminem.
Fire record.
Yeah,
I love that song.
I mean, so
But
yeah,
now you're sitting here like on your own time listening to Kid Cudi, Mac Miller.
oh yeah,
and
I was
shit.
playing guitar to Marijuana the other night with the wah on. I mean, it's just it really trust me. It's like when I say Alex, it's changed my life. Like it brought the love for music back. When I left and went and did this corporate job and doing sales and stuff like that. That love, that lust that I had every time I went to the concert and I started crying and I got the fucking the chicken skins or whatever you call it, the Wigglies.
The chicken skins. That's a banger, bro. I got the chicken skins, man. Yo, I was at the Yeet concert and I got the chicken skins, bro. That shit made me go crazy, man.
Okay. What do they call it?
Goosebumps.
The chicken skins, dude. That's
I mean, that works.
Fuck that one up. Edit, cut that.
No,
that's a keeper for sure.
No, but Connor really reignited that, and I said it many times, but I don't want to say it in front of you. Like I thank him. Like he really brought my life back, right?
Yeah.
In terms of music and like this, man, having you here, and I really appreciate it. So
No, man, anytime. Like shit. You guys got tickets on the house because you guys are just local. I like.
Oh, sweet, man.
Supposedly, I have like 200 guest comps for the
Yeah.
show in Vancouver because everyone and their mother is gonna ask me like the day before the show. So I'll just put you guys down, and you guys are more than welcome. Like I can give you guys
sweet.
a
I would love
couple
to.
more.
I would love to. Yeah.
I mean, especially if you came to my fucking 333 show.
That's gonna be a pretty big upgrade.
We're gonna have outfit changes.
Okay.
So it's getting, no joke. Like I already told Gravy, I was like, dude, we need like a fucking tug of war during the set.
Yeah.
Like with the audience. Like
Oh fuck, that's gonna be sick.
it's so I'm very excited.
That's Forum, right?
The Peony Forum.
Forum. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's the worst venue in existence.
Yeah.
Like the acoustics there is unbelievably bad.
Okay, so we're gonna start with Pick Low. So I got the lyrics for you.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, fantastic.
Fantastic.
What are you guys looking at each other
This is one of my favorite tunes of the year.
Really?
It is. It's just because it's so fun.
Yeah, it's a really fun song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we do it, actually, this is the song with the Roddy Ricch reference, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You haven't heard Roddy Ricch's song, "The Box." I'm just gonna play the beginning so you
Sure.
you understand.
Yeah.
That's like the sample in the beginning.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, that goes.
Dude, that song's so fire.
Oh yeah. All right, we'll get into the
Okay,
song.
let's check it out.
So we'll get into "Baby No Money," Piccolo.
I got 5 girls giving me 5 brain. I want brain. Feel like I'm Chief Keef, chitty bang bang. Plane only ride first class on the aeroplane. I own bigcock.com. That's my dog. Smuggle on my color. When nothing making money, make it stat. You gon' pull up to my show. You gon' clap. From a deal. I'm gonna always find a way.
Oh, this is catchy as fuck. Wow. Eh?
She looking fancy, not so I get some pistachio. Ballerina stretching on my cock. Yeah, she got no tooth. Young Roddy Ricch and up in her box. It sound like
There we go.
Thank you guys for. This was 25 minutes?
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't like you. It's taken me so many years to write a chorus.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a short ass song.
Yeah, but it's great, man. It's really the chorus, the pre. Was
Like-
was somebody who was playing that? The
Oh no, we just found like a piccolo
did
sample.
you?
We just threw it in. I was like, yo, fuck it, let's just throw a piccolo sample.
what's going on with who did the guitar work? That's great.
Yeah, Diamond Pistols. Yeah.
Oh, that was it,
like
yeah.
On the Hook. I remember On the Hook. I was like, yo, why don't you just do a melody that follows my melody on the
Yeah.
hook? Because it'll just make it bigger. It's like
Yeah.
that's pop writing 101, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, like the song. I haven't listened to it in a while. The weird thing is, it doesn't translate at all live.
Really?
It's too fast.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh yeah.
it is really fast. There's a lot of lyrics too.
Yeah.
And like, it just doesn't work live. Full stop. It would probably work.
Yeah.
With a band.
But yeah, you know what?
Because I could slow it down a bit
Yeah.
and then make it a little bit more digestible. But yeah, it does not work for shit. You can tell when the songs are going off. Like I have this song called Pogo with Diplo, and like
Yeah.
it's a real good festival song.
Yeah.
It's really good live, but it's
100%.
not like it's like a dance record, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I play that shit, dude. It goes ape shit. At festivals, I swear to God, I like everyone goes like whoa, like they
Yeah.
do like London, and they it's sick. But yeah, like
Mathematics, you like doing this one live.
yeah, it's cool because it has a lot of different dynamics because it's a liquid drum and bass song, right? So
Yeah.
it just doesn't sound like typical, like North American rap music. And
Yeah.
it's cool. It sounds good live. My tone is like the exact same tone that I would rap live in, and it's catchy and fun.
Let's
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Track 2, "Baby No Money," Mathematics.
Was that in the track?
No, I wish. That's how it starts.
Flame suit, French letter, and my girl bad. Gatekeeper says open, I ain't coming back. 15-minute TED talk, collecting 40 rags. 1 milli paid in tax, bitch, do the math. Did the math, I'm baby Johnny Cash. My girl gon' throw it back, damn my life is Cinemax. Holy hell, this max, I make hits and you make trash. I'm on vacay, Juno ass, poolside eating apple jacks. Shut up, bitch, shut up. Big deal like TJ Maxx, honeymoons, throw some money on my tune. Finesse too hard, I'm feeling girls love me, they want a spoon. Let me finish, I'll resume. Flame suit, French letter.
I would be out of breath.
Yeah, it's hard.
I'd be seriously out of breath.
15-minute TED talk, collecting 40 rags. Do the math.
Yeah, the second verse goes crazy in my opinion.
Do the math. I just curved cameo. She said I'm a Romeo. She gon' split me up and lit me up like Oreo. First double book deal, sell that shit to Indigo. Getting money since I was an itty bitty embryo. Save my
I like that line.
for the fan. Always make a sale. Catamaran. Sound good on this beach. Extraterrestrial ET. Flame suit, French letter, and my girl bad. Gatekeeper says open, I ain't coming back. Bitch, do the math.
It's amazing what that flute does. For
Yeah, the
fe-
flute adds so much.
for the feeling.
Yeah,
Right?
it's so it resolves.
Yes.
One thing I really try to do when I write my music is I like having songs where there's resolve like pop.
Yeah.
Because like, dude, that's what feels good,
That's
right?
that's
the feel good. Like
yeah,
same with on what's it called, the the Piccolo song. I was like, yo, we should make the hook way bigger.
Yeah.
Because that's the resolve. You know, it makes people like shiver.
Yeah.
Perhaps if they like the song.
Was it chicken skin?
Chicken skin.
Yeah, I got some chicken skins.
I got some.
We got some chicken skins. I mean, dude, chicken skin, dude, deep fried chicken skin. Shit fucks.
Oh,
Yeah. Shit's so good.
They're all bumpy though, right? So
Yeah.
that's legit.
I guess
sort of
so.
what
I
I
guess
said.
so.
Yeah. Goosebumps is the I think the more used term, but chicken skin, I think that might catch on.
That's it. Well, the Patreon guy sent us that whole thing, and it's an actual French term. I forget the name of it. I should remember it now. But it's an actual French term, and only like 60% of the population get that feeling.
Huh.
Like goosebumps when they hear music, or
Really?
or they see art. Yeah, it's not. There's like 40% of people who don't get
Those
that.
are the woke people.
Yeah.
The based people, yeah.
Yeah, bass God, please fuck my bitch. Damn, I miss Lil B. What's he up to now?
I don't know. He's tweeting a lot.
Yeah, he definitely tweets a lot of like feet pics.
Yeah.
So, I don't know about that one, but
And he, I think he follows 1 million people. Did you see that?
Lil B, dude, bass God, man.
Yeah. Track number 3, Sophisticated. That's part of the song.
I can't even do that.
Every fucking song.
With the 007 like I'm sophisticated. Fit on me expensive foreign fabrics, I'm sophisticated. My girl bad as hell, I wipe that shit, she so sophisticated. You dry and taste this pussy, I stay marinated. My shit real big brain, you turn a copy, can't be imitated. I feel so sophisticated. 16 flights and 2 weeks moving, no back.
I like those elongations of whole and no. Own.
Fairly swift, that's a whole lot of damage. Hey, hits on hits, back to back. Life is good, this and that, an epiphany. Tour the world arena, shows 30 piece, that's a symphony.
That's great there, coming in, eh?
Yeah.
Expensive foreign fabrics, I'm sophisticated. My girl bad as hell, I wipe that shit, she so sophisticated. Yeah, this shit ironic. Collecting coin like Sonic.
Sonic doesn't collect coins. I fucked up.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
I love that fill coming out of symphony.
Yeah.
It just does something, eh?
Carries to the chorus.
Yeah, it's really
well.
nice. It's just So is this samples here?
Yeah, it's a sample.
The sample here, right?
Yeah.
And that kit, was that a real kit?
No, it was a real kid.
Oh God, it sounded like an analog kit.
Well,
like that fill.
Like that fill.
Yeah.
So yeah, we typically when I like you're saying, like the resolve is super nice. So when I write music, I think pre-choruses and choruses are the most important part of the song because like that's where the real feel comes in. You know what I mean? Like if you listen to like As It Was by Harry Styles, like literally that whole song is like a 4-bar verse, a pre-chorus, a hook, and then a 4-bar verse, a pre-chorus, and a hook, and a hook, and a hook. So it's like, what's the best part of the song? Can you repeat it? How many times can you repeat it?
Yeah.
And then like that small little, just like a light attenuation to dipping down and then coming back up.
It's huge.
It's a huge part of music because
I know.
you know, like as cliche as this might sound, it's all about the vibe. If you ruin someone's vibe, then you're fucked.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah, they turn it off, right?
Yeah.
They turn it off. That for me was that a chill, like a nice chill. I'd put that in the car and just sort of fucking drive to it.
Well, I think it's great because I obviously haven't listened to the album, but having those points, you know, if every song was like Mathematics or Piccolo, I think it might get repetitive or boring.
We've talked about
these, you know,
these ebbs and flows, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you put your concerts that way in terms of like that was one of our big things we talked about is that Arctic Monkeys, they came out on the last
not Arctic.
Arctic
Arctic Monkeys.
Monkeys
We did their
did
record.
They did 4 or 5 heavy hitters right out, same tempo, 120 beats per minute. It was like boom, and I'm like, this is like it's gonna be boring. It's
if it keeps going,
it
like
keeps
this.
going, and then
it switched to a ballad.
then they did like a 90 or whatever.
Yeah.
It came to it, but it was that ebb and flow of things, right? So I like where it's you know, that's those things, those dynamics.
Dude, like a cymbal makes a song so much better.
Yep.
It's nuts. It's like there's small things that like when it comes to songwriting that it's like you know, I wouldn't say I'm the best songwriter, but it's like there's just like some things that you got to do. You got to just make it sound like cohesive in a sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's cool. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
No, that was cool. I wanted to ask you though, when you guys are going through the process and stuff, and you say, like you just said with that cymbal, do you say, you know what? Okay, we've got a lot of electronic elements here. Do we feel like there should be like an analog, just a bang on the ride? Do you make that or no?
Sometimes when we're like, there's a song called Top Gun on my album that I shot this music video. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, it sounds like Pump It kind of.
Yeah.
It's definitely not nearly as good as Pump It, but we will try to take those W's. You know, it's a surf guitar, and Diamond Pistols recorded the surf guitar.
Yeah.
And you know, there was a bunch of like natural production in it. Like I did a bunch of claps. I did a bunch of like voice things in it. Like there's like 90 tracks in this song.
Holy jeez.
So, but it doesn't sound like it. But we just overproduced the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see how well that one does, because I think it has like a weird feeling that like it might encroach on a widespread audience.
Yeah.
But you know, like sometimes it's just like usually claps are the easiest you can emulate like immediately into a song. But usually it's just a producer in a room with like just a computer,
just Logic,
and like speakers. Yeah.
Able
But I mean,
to
like most, like sometimes you have like you got like keyboards, you got basses, and guitars, but that's kind of usually as far as it goes.
That's okay. Yeah. I just wondered if you guys ever have like a 3-piece kit there that somebody's like.
I made a song with John Feldman one time. He was you know Goldfinger.
Yes.
Yeah. So he's like I think the drummer in Goldfinger.
Yeah.
And he's produced all of their music, and he's produced like a ton of Blink, a ton of what's it called, and this motherfucker talented as hell.
Yeah.
Like his work speed is ridiculous, or his speed of work.
Yeah.
But we made this song. It kind of sounds like the Disney Channel anthem. It's cool. It's so overproduced.
Yeah.
And it was a very interesting. You know, he has a studio. You go and you record vocals. You come up with like an idea, and then he sends it to like his junior producers, and it's like a house, like a production house. It's like,
yeah, wow,
it's pretty sick. You know, I've never made music like that. Typically, it's kind of hands on with the boys.
Yeah.
And like that's always how it's kind of been. But yeah, it was very interesting. He's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. Yeah.
He's a super cool guy.
Wait, did you record here in Vancouver? Or?
No, it was in Calabasas in his house.
Oh, Calabasas. Yeah. But majority recording here?
Or not anymore. Typically, I do it in LA because it's just like, it's better to be in a room with someone when you make music, because you know, you write something, and you're like, oh yeah, this is a slammer for sure, and then you send it out to a bunch of, you know, the boys to critique, and they're like, nah, this part sucks, and you're like, man, like I thought that part rocks. And like, you know, typically when you send it, let's say you send a song to like 15 people, or you send 2 songs, and you think B is the right song. You're like, yeah, B's definitely the play. But everyone, literally 15 people think A is. You got to just go with A.
Yeah.
Even like, you know, like I understand conceptually, it's like sometimes like allow the artistry to speak for itself.
Yeah.
But when you have 15 people like saying, you know, it's like, at what point do you listen to yourself? And like, you know, even if it's like, let's say it's like a similar song, you just changed a couple things here and there. You change like, or like, let's say you like swap a beat out.
Yeah.
And you have 2 same BPM, same vocal takes, and you just use a beat, and then it's like, bro, like just use that fucking beat.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's one thing that I've definitely found myself. I don't know if it's like a red flag for being an artist in itself, but I just think it's like, dude, I don't care that much. You know, I don't take like very like negative critique to heart. Yeah. Cause it's like, in the end of the day, man, like I want people to hear my music, and I want people to enjoy my music. And it's like, if 15 people enjoy a song that's like lightly changed, altered than my song that isn't altered, then it's like, all right, well, I'm just going to have people enjoy it. Yeah. And I will like, I'll be happy because I still wrote it. You know, I write all my music. I take pride in that. And, I don't really care that much. Yeah. Cause it's like,
I know there's a point where you can go way too far. I think.
There is a point where you're like, I know this is fucking fire.
Yeah.
And then like at that point you're like, I don't give a shit what anyone says. And I've had a couple of those before, and I'm like, I know this.
And
is
you stood your ground. You said,
this is it. Like I don't even need to change it.
Yeah.
And like people are like, nah, man, I disagree, and then it blows up.
Yeah.
And like,
and you go,
I remember one of the first songs I ever made that like did really well was called "Run It Up," and I sent it to my DJ. He's like my best buddy Dan, and I sent it to him. He's like, yo, I don't fuck with this, and I was like, I promise you, this is a good song.
Yeah,
I promise you. It was like the first song that like it did like 2,000 streams on SoundCloud. First day it came out, and I was like, whoa. Like I was usually doing like 500 like in a week.
Yeah.
And it crushed, and I got a bunch of big reposts and like from people I looked up to and on SoundCloud, and I was like, I was right. Sick. Yeah. I was right. And then after it hit like 100,000 streams in like a couple months, 5 months, 6 months, and I was like, fuck, it's my biggest song. And then Dan was like, yo, this song crazy, man. Like, and I was like, oh, no, fuck you, man. So that's just the way it is, you know, like, especially, and it's interesting sometimes because like, you know, when you listen to a song before it comes out, you're like, okay, it's a cool song. Yeah. But when it gets bona fide and becomes a hit, you're like, this is why it's a hit.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because you can look at the same song twice. Yeah. And like when I hear Edamame, like I didn't hear Edamame like being a hit. But now when I hear it, I'm like, the song is good, man. Like it makes sense. Like there's no bullshit with the song. It's like it is a good song. Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good place to end off the episode here. I had a lot of fun. You like the tracks?
I had an absolute blast, and I thank you again for coming.
Yes, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
It made my day, right? I'm going to grab something. I got a little gift for you. So.
Oh, wonderful.
This is from my personal collection, and I think it's cool.
You're sitting the mic so you can.
Oh, sorry. I'll put my headphones on. This is from my personal collection.
Well, explain where you got it from. Right?
Okay, I got it from a friend of mine. Went years and years ago, and I was collecting jerseys, right, football jerseys and stuff like that. And a really good friend immigrated from Poland, and he came here, and I asked him to pick me one up. He went to this country to go get his teeth done, right? Yeah. Because it's a lot cheaper than Canada. So he brought this one back, and I have it in my collection. I haven't never wore it, but it's been sitting there, and it's I thought it'd be cool for you, and it's the.
Oh, dude, Armenia, baby, let's go. This is sick.
So that's for, and it's I think it's your size. So
wonderful, man. Thank you.
It's got some really cool shoulders.
So this wasn't from Poland or Armenia?
Armenia.
Yeah. Armenia. Yeah, I've never been. I have birthright and I want to go. Yeah. So I will do it eventually. Yeah. I don't know if birthright is the right terminology. If it's necessarily like I think it is.
I think that's right.
I think, but yeah, I've been trying to go out there. Unfortunately, they're in war. With Turkey again. Yeah, dude, war is so fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's a crazy.
We could get into.
We don't need to talk about that right now. But thank you, I really appreciate this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna show this to my dad. My family's like we are pretty Armenian. Like my grandmother's super Armenian. Yeah. And whenever I get like Armenian gifts or Armenian fans and stuff like that, my dad's like. And then his accent comes out. He's like, yeah, let's go. You know. So. Hell yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys.
That's awesome, man. And I hope you wear it and kick some balls sometime.
I'll kick some balls. Yeah. The only ball kicking I thought that came into my head when you said that was kicking literal male testicles.
Nut sacks.
Yeah.
Nut sacks, mate. Well, thank you.
Not footballing.
No, thanks for having me on, guys. It's been fun.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. And album's coming out October 21st.
Yeah, October 21st.
Bag or Die.
Yeah, Bag or Die.
Bag or Die. Right October 21st. Check it out. And hope you guys enjoy. Stay safe and
take care.